He didn't. All right. Well, I guess that's just gonna have to be that way. There we go. Welcome back. Awesome possum, and yes, live once again, streaming from the depths of China to the world. And today, let's learn some Russian. And there's my water. There's the water. And yeah, I was thinking today. This is something I'm trying to get into a bit of a habit of, not just live streaming, but also doing some language study on my own. It's 6:30 p.m. now, Beijing time, and I was kind of debating: do I really want to do a live stream today? But this is the crux of the matter. This is the issue with doing stuff like this, not just live streaming, but studying a language, where you start kind of debating and justifying and rationalizing. I just don't feel like, I did yesterday. I did so much. I got so much else to do. Just do your damn studies. How's that, right? And that is basically what I'm going to do today, because I haven't looked at Russian in a little bit. And if I don't do it on a regular basis, then that means I'm not going to get any better at it. Which you might actually wonder, why am I studying Russian? I've mentioned this a few other times before in other broadcasts and videos that I put on the channel. Mainly, the reason I study Russian is because it's just so much easier than Chinese. Get the fan going. My one fan. And I actually started studying Russian 2016, the fall of 2016, where I bought Nicholas Brown's book, Russian, the New Penguin. What's it called? The New Penguin Russian Course. And I bought that off of Amazon, Yamasun, which was still in China at the time. I think they've since closed up shop on the mainland. They're no longer available. But so that was all in preparation for a trip I was going to take to Russia in the winter of 2016, 2017, which I did end up doing. That was also the same year that Metallica came to Beijing, and that concert sold out fast. Had I known they were going to be here, I might not have gone to Russia so soon. I might have tried a bit more. Well, I might have stayed in Beijing or pushed off the trip to Russia for a little while longer, but that just didn't happen as things unfolded anyway. And one of the other things I did on that trip is that I went from Beijing. The goal was to go from Beijing to, I want to say, it wasn't Barcelona. That was the trip before that, but Beijing to Moscow or St. Petersburg. It's supposed to be a 6-week trip, and then I was going to fly to Canada after that. Now things kind of got interrupted, and as a result, I did make it to Moscow, but I had to fly out of Moscow to go back to Canada, as my father passed away in that year. So yes, and along that trip from Beijing, before I went to Russia, I had to get a Russian visa, and since the Russian embassy in Beijing was closing down for, I call it Ukrainian Christmas, but it's the Orthodox Christmas that takes place in the first week of January. They basically, I had to expedite the visa process, and there was a lot of documents I needed to provide in a very short period of time, which just seemed very difficult. And not only that, they weren't very helpful in getting it done. So, but the alternative is to, if you're in Beijing, you can go up to Ulaanbaatar in Mongolia, and they say it takes a week, but I remember looking at my visa and going, that was done like the same day that I paid. So I'm not entirely sure why they say it takes 4 days. I guess that's on the long end of things, long range of things. But I did go to Mongolia for a week and spent some time in a hostel there in Ulaanbaatar, and did a bit of traveling as well to old, what was the place? Not Xanadu. What's the other place? It was one of the old places that Marco Polo, I think, had visited as well. Of course, Genghis Khan was a big part of that whole trip as well. There's a big statue of Genghis Khan on a horse can't remember where that was. Somewhere in Mongolia. Different from Nemongul or Inner Mongolia, which is in China. Anyway, so today I thought, let's see, we will do a window, we will do an entire screen today, and we'll see. Hopefully this doesn't mess up because we'll do this one and screen 2. All right, so good, done. And today, what I want to do, I have 2 books, or I have 1 book open, and I have a couple tabs open here as well. Glavnaya, which is the BBC News Russkaya version, and Russkaya Sluzhba, and of course Google Translate, just in case we need to look some things up along the way. The one neat thing about actually having a MacBook, I'm not sure if Android PCs or Androids have this, that you can actually look up a lot of words. Look up stelki. I have no idea what that is, and it'll do it for you. It's actually quite phenomenal how this can be done so easily. Open a dictionary, configure dictionaries. Now that was what? That was look up. Can I translate selection to English? What does that do? Well, it uses Google Translate. Deals at sdelki so sledstviam I получил 15 лет 50 лет по делу о газузмени. Что это, я знаю. That's I don't know who this guy is, to tell you the truth. Probably another war criminal. Масгорсуд приговорник к 15 годам колонии строгого режима директора Института теоретической и прикладной механики ИТМ Сибирского отделения Российской академии наук Александра Shiplukha. I have no idea who this guy is, actually, to tell you the truth. And sadly, my I guess we should probably find out, because I don't want to be saying things that would get me in trouble too much. Anyway, director of Russian Academy of Sciences refused to deal with the investigation. Received. Okay, so he's locked up, which is, I guess, common in Russia. I guess it happens enough. The problem with the BBC now is just all about this война в Украине. Три человека погибли в результате ударов по Запорожной и Днепру. So I guess 3 more people have died in Zaporizhia and the Dnieper region. It takes me a while to get through some of these articles, to tell you the truth. Not just because it's the BBC, but because a lot of these words I just don't know. США confiscates business jet президента Венесуэлы Николаса Мадуро в Доминикане. So they took his Maduro's plane. I don't know how they do that. How do they take an airplane? Anyway. Решающая осень, чего Украина и Россия добились на фронте, и что будет дальше. Многочасовые очереди и астрономические цены. В Британии начался скандал из-за билетов на Oasis. This is Oasis again. These guys are. I thought they broke up. Are they are they touring again? Who's paying them? How are they making this much? Why? WhatsApp канал русской службы BBC только самой важной. Важной. Что это важной? Important. Only the important stuff. Only the things you care about. I guess. Maybe. Как развивается дело Дурова? Турова. I don't know. Является ли Украина государством оккупантом? What if we refresh this page? Will it be any different news? Guess we could главная, so that's like the most recent. Война в Украине, war in Ukraine. Истории, видео, фильмы, podcasta. There's lots of podcasts. This is actually a good site sometimes for some of the things that they have that you can find. It's always there. Like the BBC sort of always produces stuff anyway, so it's a good place to find current content in regard to your target language. And Russian, I don't think Russian is not the one that they would use Google Translate for. They would use Google Translate for some others, quite possibly. I'm not sure if they would pay translators or they just use a translation plugin. But it's BBC typically has decent articles, if not written for the English learner or the Russian learner or for the language learner. They're written for the news consumer. Радост некоторых поклонников британской рок-группы Oasis в связи с новостями и примирением братьев Неоля и Лиама Галлахеров и их решением провести серию концертов оказалась довольно быстротечной, когда в прошлую субботу фаны наконец получили возможность купить билеты на долгожданное выступление. Они обнаружили, что для этого им нужно провести долгие часы в виртуальном очереди, а цены за это время в России более чем вдвое. В результате насколько? Сотен недовольных фанов направили официальные жалобы, а правительство Великобритании обещало изучить законность практики, при которой стоимость билетов растет во время продаж и так далее. So apparently the Oasis brothers are doing something again about touring and whatever. Not sure much I want to read of that. Истории. Что это? Что это means? Like, what is this? Израиль и Хезболла подрались, но удержались от большой войны. Приблизит ли это перемирие в Gaza. More about Israel and Hezbollah and the Gaza Strip. It's just all war. Like we got Israel, and then we've got Как Abdi Alaydinov, Stalgalosum Crimea in Ukraine. So, wherever you want to put it now. More war. Demokratia v четыре руки. A democracy in четыре руки, four hands. Fortepenaya, filosofia Pavla Kolesnikova и Samsona Choi. I think it's Samson Choi. He's a, I'm guessing he has Chinese descendancy, Chinese ancestry. Choi would be in Chinese. Not war, but it's about politics. To Kava, нельзя называть в Kurskoi Oblast more war. Kurskaya. This is under Истории tab. How can it all be about war? Do they have anything else that they could film? Let's go to film. Actually, I had a Ukrainian teacher who insisted, maybe not insisted, but consistently gave me articles about the war in Ukraine, and it actually just got tiring. I'm like, I don't really want to read about this anymore. But it was all current events stuff. And that was sort of the issue, was that although we were dealing with modern, current Ukrainian, or with her, was it Ukrainian or Russian I was learning? Can't remember. But it just got to the point where it was all this war. I'm like, can we do something else other than war all the time, please? Translюди вне России. 3 истории о принятии, отчуждения и побеге. Я не знаю. Let's highlight. Can we highlight that? Oh, no. Come on. Let me highlight it. There we go. Побеге. Що? Побеге. Хорошо. Okay, goodbye, Oasis. Nope, don't want that to happen. Индия при моде. Труднее вопросы о лидере самой большой демократии в мире. Democracy and Peace. Документальные фильмы BBC. Проект Пегас. Как взломать телефон президента. Пегас. Idea. Putin против Запада. Putin to the west. Следующая глава. The next words. Glava. Next saying. More war. Putin и украинские дети. More back to war. So all okay. I don't know. It just seems like there's lots and lots of war stuff going on, and this is all in the film. Wow. And maybe it's not always a good idea to read the news when you're learning another language. Centriabria. This is one thing I've had to practice are the months of the year. August is very easy. Julia, June, no problem. Sentiabria, Fevria, Aprilia. Those ones are a little bit more difficult. Octavia, November, I can't remember. Decabria, that one's also a little bit difficult to get. уникальные фотографии медленного разрушения Титаника на дне моря. Моря. What is this one? All right. More pictures about the Titanic. It's still there. It's good. Rebecca Morial y Ellison Francis. That's the names. Rebecca Morel y Ellison Francis. Очертания носа. Очертания. Outline. Носа. What is this? Oh, the outline of the Titanic. Yeah, see, it does one word okay, but more than that, it gets difficult. Outline of the nose. Titanica. Проступающие из темных глубин Атлантического океана стали одним из самых узнаваемых образов. To translate, we go. Образов. Образов. Связанных с затонувшим кораблем, однако новая экспедиция к месту гибели лайнера установила, что остов. Where's the accent fall? Остов. Что остов корабля медленно, но верно разрушается, на нем обрушалась часть металлической ограды. И так далее, еще. All right, so I'm sure you guys are tired of me reading this. So practicing 2010, 2014. What's it do? Oh no, part of the nose has gone away. Oh, the fish took it. Oh, well, there it is with DiCaprio and Kate Winslet, right? Oh my. It is actually surprising. Oh, look, they found it. It's on the ground. Wow. Металл, из которого сделана корабль, поглощают микробы. It's amazing at how many times or how much equipment, money, and resources are pointed at an old ship. Like it's tragedy what happened. I'm just surprised at how many little submersibles are sent down there all the time. 2010, 2024, so it's just this year. It's a lot. And I'm guessing those things don't operate for free either. Бронзовая статуэтка. That's a bronze statuetka. I have no idea. Bronze statuette. Statuetka. I should have known that. Который было обнаружение недалко от места, not far from the place, где затонул корабль. Что это корабль? The battleship, from the ship, корабль. Где затонул. Not too far. Zatonul. Zatanul sank. So where sank the ship? Interesting. Takže objavili, что смогли обнаружить около Титаника артефакт. Найти, который были очень мало шансов. Very small chance. Right. Interesting. Oh, there. All right. Well, so we've done 25 minutes of reading. And let's just see how much, I mean, there, okay. Put that over there. I think I wouldn't mind doing some writing, to tell you the truth. Chayo Pangyo. We are actually working on another video at the moment. Scripting it, I guess, a little bit, but not too much. Enough to understand what's expected of each party, but not enough to take away the surprise of improvisation, but also to make sure that the technology works so we don't have to fight that. All right. RMS Titanic Inc. обладает правами на экспедиции к Титанику и является единственной компанией, которой по закону разрешена извлекать предметы с места крушения. All right, so I don't understand a lot of that. To tell you the truth, место для крушения я не знаю. And I'd have to, a lot of this I'd have to look up constantly. Предметы, the accident, the site of the crash, I guess you could say. Now, this is Nicholas J. Brown's The New Penguin Russian course that I've been using for a while. Oh no, how did I do that? There we go. Nope. Give me the thumbnails again. Why not? Oh, buddy hell. There we go. Good. Nope, it went right back to the beginning. Oh, well. And one of the things that I would do with this sort of this book, here I have the, I'm right at the end of the grammatical tables. And a lot of people say that Russian is very difficult because of the grammar that's required of them, which puzzles me because the grammar is very much similar to any other European language, like French, Italian, Spanish, Ukrainian, of course, Polish as well. So it's not like it's completely foreign in the sense of the concept of masculine, feminine, neuter nouns, and then also like having different, how the pronouns change, like not just declension, like words, letters, кто, что, кто, кава, кава, кого, кого, кому, кем, ком, что, чего, чего, чему, чем и чем. So they actually change the letters that are used to indicate the same concept, but a different person or a different aspect of that concept, if you could say that. This on the side here, n, a, g, d, I, p, I, r, I, p. Nominative, accusative, genitive, dative, instrumental, and prepositional. Which one is that? I have to look this 1 second. He says it at the beginning. Yeah, prepositional. Hey, I got it right. Yay. Awesome. These happen in Latin, ancient Greek, modern Greek, Italian. A lot of modern European languages have the same declension scheme that Russian does. So I don't understand. I guess the people who find Russian difficult aren't used to this setup of the musculature, the nounulature, the grammatical tables, basically. I was exposed to this very early via Ukrainian and also French in my childhood, but I didn't start again studying Russian until it's been 7 years that I've been studying Russian on and off, mostly off then on. 2017 was a bit of a mafanla because problem. It was a bit of a problem. Большое problem, потому что I couldn't focus. I was in the middle of a whole bunch of life events that needed to be dealt with rather than focusing on a language that wasn't really conducive or consequential to my employment. Chinese was a little bit more, but even then I stopped studying Chinese for 2017 and much of 2018 as well, to tell you the truth. Стол, стол, стола, столу, столом, столе, 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 столов, столам, столами, столах. This one gets me. Stolach. I don't. Where does the come from in the morphology of the language? That would be my big question. Писатель, писателя, писателя, писателю, писателем, писателя. Писатели, писателей, писателей, писателям, писателями, and писателях. These other ones, сталями, писателем, писателями, 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 писателями. Sounds like salami. I'm not gonna lie. It just reminds me of sandwich meat. And there's really no way for the language to change that. Anglichanami, again, nami, ami, lami. Things like that make me chuckle, but I know maybe not everybody will find it funny. Musée, museum, musée, musea, museu, museum, museye, musei, musei, museev, museum, museami, museach. Anglichanin, Anglichanina, Anglichanani, Anglichanina, Anglichanina, Anglichanimu, Ninu, Anglichaninu, Anglichananum, I Anglichaninia, Anglichania, Anglichan, Anglichan, Anglichanam, Anglichanami, I Anglichanach, Anglichanach. Diedušky, diedušek, diedušek, dieduškám, dieduškami, dieduškách. Malček, malčka, malčika, malčiku, malčikom, malčikě. I tak dále. Feminine news. Gazeta, so newspaper, gazete. Nedělě, nedělia, nedělia, neděliu, neděli, nedělě, nedělej, nedělě, neděli, neděli, neděl, neděljam, neděljami i neděljach, neděljach. V kterých neděljach, in which weeks, familie is surname, plošad, square, krasny plošad, Krasnaya? Da. Red square. Krasnaya Ploshad. I think that's what Krasny? Krasive? Krasive is beautiful. Krasny. Chorny Ploshad. Chornaya Ploshad would be a black square. Krasny. Let's go to Google's English red. Krasny. So krasny, цвет krasny, red square would be Квадрат. Що ти? Red square. Yeah, I meant the квадрат. Can I change this? Красный площадь. Да. Нет. Do this one. Try again. Get in there. Go away. Красный крест. Красный свет. Красный. What? Площадь. 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 All right. Russian. Площадь. Can I just copy this? Nope, cannot. The secret to my Russian writing is just to guess. Let me just use the typing keyboard a lot. Yeah, show keyboard viewer. Площадь. Go over here. Thanks. Could have done that 3 letters ago. Площадь. Красный площадь. Красный площадь. So I'm saying площадь, and that's not what it is. Okay, wait a minute. What if we delete красный? What happens then? Площадь. 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 There. And this площадь. Okay, so this is part of the complication of learning Russian because like French, the letters change, like Japanese as well. Like Chinese doesn't do this, Ukrainian doesn't do it. Площадь would be in Ukrainian, but in Russian, the letters don't match up with how they're spoken, especially given some of the different placements of them. So if there's a article beside them, or there's certain combination diphthongs of consonants as well, certain combinations of consonants, they will change as we see here. Площадь, 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 площадь. I hear площадь, which is not how I read it. Площадь, площадь, площади, площади, площадью, площади, площадью. Okay, so wait a minute. What if I put площади? Is that going to change? Площадка, площади. Let's do that one. Ой. Площади. 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 There, and then we will do yami because I want to see how that one is pronounced. Yami. Площадями. Площадь. Площадями. 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 Thanks. There we go. Площадями. Площадями. Площадях. Familia, familiu, familii, familii, familier, familii, 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 familier, filiami. No. Familiam, familiami, familiach. And then the neuter nouns. I think Wait a minute. How many different declensions are there? Let's just take a look. Masculine. Now, are these are two different types. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 13 different noun declensions in Russian. And I think for verbs, does it go through the verbs as well here? Possessives. Verbs. Type 1. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. They say type 1. There's 3 different types of 1. How does that work? What? Prочитать. So they're adding pro to it. Perfective example. Imperfective. It means it's still going on. Perfective. Prочитали, having read. I think that's how you translate it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 conjugations of Russian verbs. Глаголы. Говорить. Горов. Говор. Выставать. Oh, I see. References to lesson numbers. Okay, all good with that. Well, I don't know, man. Вставаю, встаю, встаю, встаешь, встает, 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 встаем, встаете, встают. Я вставала, я вставал, вставал, вставал. So it depends on if you're a man or a woman. Masculine would be no A. Feminine would be with an A. Вставал, он вставал, она вставала, оно вставало, no, вставала, 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 вставали, 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 not vista, вставали, 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 вставали. Pronouncing it too much, enunciate. Будет вставали, вставать, вставать. Будете вставать, вставаете. Пусть вставают, встают, встают, встают. Пусть встает, пусть встает, пусть встает. Вставай, вставай, вставай. Not this, it's вставай, 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 вставай. Вставай, вставай. Яй-яй-яй-яй. Что это? Живи, живи, живи. Пусть живет. Что это? Пусть живет. Imperative. I want to know what that is. Pust does remind me of another word. So let живет. Живет. Let him live. Пусть живет. Пожалуйста, пусть живет. Пусть живет. Пусть живет. Живет. Пусть живет. So пусть. And then so вставает. Встает. Пусть будет. Please let it be. All right. And now I want to встает. One great thing about having the keyboard here, the sta, is that it does give me встает. There it is. Fills it in. Пусть встает. Пусть встает. Пусть встает. Пусть встает. Пусть встает. I am basically enunciating the V just so I know that it's there. Gil, Gila, Gila, Gil, Gila, 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 Gili, Gili, Gili. To live. All right. Gavoriu, Gavorish, Gavarit, 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 Gavarim, Gavariti, Gavaritia, Gavariat, Gavarilia, Gavoril, Gavoril, Gavaril, Gavarila, 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 Gavarili, Gavarili, Gavarili. Da. Pust Gavarit. Please let him speak. Please speak. I'll let him speak. Gavori, Gavari. Speak. Talk already, damn it. Gavaritia, Gavaritia. Pust Gavariat. Gavariatsi, Gavariashi. Gavariashi, sure. How do you translate that? Gavarashne, Gavarish. Gavariashami. Gavaria. Rashe. Yeah. Where are you? Speaking. Gavariashi. Speaking. And then what's this one? Gavarishe. Gavarishe is different. Gavarishe. No. Oh. That's different too. The most time. Gavarishe. Gava. I spelt it wrong. I'm missing another letter here. V. Gavarishe. Gavarivshe. Past active participle. The speaker. Gavarishe. Gavarivshe. Yeah, Gavoria. Try that one. Gavoria. Down here. Speak. Gavaria. Speaking. Gavaria. Verbal. Gavaria, вставать, пожалуйста. Speaking, stand up, please. Not too many people tuning into this live stream. Keep on seeing what I'm doing and turning off. Tuning out, I guess you could say. Apparently it happens. There we go. And is there anything else down here? No. Oh, 4 spelling rules. Yeah, this is good luck. You could. There are rules to the spelling in Russian, but the vast majority of learning how they all work, you're just going to have to learn over time. There's no way to really, pardon me, to short track that learning. It's getting familiar with how the words change their spelling, change their pronunciation, and good luck trying to memorize the spelling rules. I don't know. I think it's, for me, difficult. Maybe for you, you can do it. Great, awesome, cool, good stuff for you. That's the end of the book on that one. Well, that might actually be okay for today. We can do some. I already did the verbs. The thing Yes. 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 I mean, I guess I could practice my writing a little bit too, just because I haven't really been doing it very much. Do you have this? Let's see if it's going to work. Yes. Good. Awesome. We will this. Yes. Ça va. Ça va. Ça va. Siamo. Aviation. Siom. Aviation. Sia. Sio. Sio. Should actually put in a for animated. So it's so accusative. The first A can be anything. The second A is only for living things. Go. Genitive, genitive, dative, instrumental, and prepositional. And usually that's how I keep things organized when I am learning the declensions. Not absolutely necessary, but it does help just to keep things in order. I mean, I have sheets of these from when I was learning these declensions in other languages. Sieva. Sieva. Whoa, no, I messed that up. Все. Da. No, Steven, you are on the wrong one. Get rid of that. Okay, we messed that up. Yes, Sieva, yes, yeah. Sieva, Sievo, Siemu, Siem, Siom. Got it. I guess you should also put masculine, feminine, and the neuter. That might help keep things organized. Sia, Siu, Siu, Si, Si, Si. It's all safe. And the neuter is also plural. Put that down. Sure. Oops. Siavo. And again, learning using this Apple Pencil, not the best. Not the easiest way to write, to tell you the truth. Siamu. Siom of Siem. Of Siom. last one. Xia. Xia. Xiech. I'm not even sure if it's the Apple Pencil or if it's the Canva whiteboard application that is not letting me write the letters. Because I have to keep on switching tabs when I'm using it, and it's aggravating. It ruins the flow, man. It ruins the flow. Siech. There, got that. Oh, it looks all nice and pretty, doesn't it? Doing okay with that one. All right. Well, I'm going to leave it there. That was quite a bit more reading that I wanted, than I was planning on doing in the first place. But I did. So we read a bunch of Glavnaya and a lot about the war in Ukraine. We read a little bit about Titanic, which we found out that part of the nose siding has fallen off. And we have done quite a few words through the Google Translate machine today. We've also been playing around with the keyboard as well. Again, I'm using the iPad here to write through for my Canva whiteboard, which wasn't, again, using the Apple Pencil. I'm not sure if it's the Apple Pencil or it's the Canva whiteboard application that is causing the issues. Not entirely sure, but it's something. At least I'm able to project it, and then that way I can demonstrate what I'm doing rather than trying to set up a bunch of cameras that would require better lighting. This way the lighting stays a bit more consistent, even though my face itself can get a little bit not as well lit as the evening goes on. Hey, well, thank you very much for joining in today. If you've watched this far, much appreciated. And hopefully you've been studying along with me, working along with me in this, again, live stream, learning some Russian live stream, practicing the conjugations, reviewing the conjugations and declensions. We didn't do too many. No, we didn't really touch on the declensions today. We did more of the conjugations. So conjugating your verbs. Sorry, we did not touch on conjugations. We did touch on declensions. Declensions being for nouns, adjectives, etc. Well, see, declension of nouns. Whereas conjugations is where you are changing the forms of the verbs from present to past to not pluperfect. What's the other one? I'll take a look here. I can't remember what's the other word they use. Well, present, past, future, imperative, using them, the gerundives, the active participles, past active participle. How do you have a past active participle? It's still going on in the past, I guess, right? I tak dali, I всё. So that will bring it to the end of today's Russian study session because I am getting hungry and I need to either order food or make it. I don't really want to make it today, to tell you the truth. If you haven't done so already, please, if you can give this video a like, that'd be awesome. It tells the YouTube algo that I'm doing something right. Subscribe if you want to see more of the stuff. I do publish a lot of YouTube shorts throughout the week, or at least I did for over the last couple months. I've now shifted strategy, tactics, publications over the last little while, for the last couple weeks, because I'm, again, with these live streams, I want to be practicing, not just showing what I'm doing, but also myself. I have to be practicing these languages, which is why I was reading and not just writing up declensions. Yesterday, I did Chinese writing with Lanting Jishu. So I hope to continue doing these for the next little while. We'll see how they sort of develop. If people enjoy them, that's great. but I can't lie in that a lot of them are mainly for my own practice and as a documentation, so that I make sure I spend that face time with with aspects of the language that I might not otherwise do. With Russian, unlike Chinese, with Russian, I do need to get my reading speed up so I can read news articles. As you saw me struggling through the BBC website today, making sure that I'm able to read a little bit faster. And in a short video a couple weeks ago already, I asked the question: do you really need to read every single letter or word that's on the screen? Basically, the conclusion was no, you don't. You can pick and choose which. Sorry, you don't have to pick and choose. You can skim or scan through a text very quickly, and if it's something that you're interested in, then you can read with a little bit more detail, a little bit more focus. But if it's just something, again, here, I mean, I skimmed and scanned all of these articles about Ukraine, the war between Russia and Ukraine. So it's one of these things where you're going, well, do I really want to read 25 articles about war, or would I rather not? Like, can I read something else, which is where the Titanic article came in instead. If you haven't done so already as well, or if you haven't found it, I do have a link for a newsletter. I send it out once a week. It gives a little bit of a summation of some of the videos that we've published and that we are working on for the channel. And of course, there is a lovely website where you can buy me a coffee if you want to support my language endeavors, my language learning endeavors. Buymeacoffee.com /Stephen's Language Vlog. The links will be in the show notes for this live stream. Thanks again, folks. I appreciate it. And with that, we will say следующей встречи. Спасибо вам большое и пока-пока. Till next time. See you.